It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Jazz out in Salt Lake City. Looking at Utah, they're coming in off a win in their last game against Denver. Thus far, about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. And a guy we'll be watching tonight, Jay Crowder, impacts the game in a number of ways. Shaq, would you call him underrated?
Very underrated, but more people know about him now. Maybe not a household name, but that's because he focuses on the little things.
Yep. He's a tone setter, defensively. He can get you 8 a game easily, no problem. Plays to his strengths. And sometimes when you can get 8, that's better than getting none.
That was deep.
You can get 8 right now. You look like a sandwich.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Utah Jazz come into this one after the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
And it's Utah's ball. Rubio outside. Pass to Ingles. Kicks it to Mitchell. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. There's the pass to Leonard. Ibaka outside. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Lowry. A 3-pointer off the mark. On offense, here are the Jazz. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Back to Gobert. Ingles passes to Gobert. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, obviously, Rudy Gobert sets himself apart on the defensive end. I once had a coach tell me, Rudy Gobert is a defense unto himself. The shot blocking, the shot altering, and one of the best rebounders in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. And Doris with Gobert in his defense. It goes beyond the shot block.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin, way beyond the shot blocking. That reach bothers enough shots that even when he doesn't block it, he's a problem.
And Gobert drops them both.
Well, at 7'1", Rudy Gobert has become known as the Stifle Tower. And this guy's starting to excel and get a bigger role on the offensive end.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Green. To the paint. And Ibaka kicks to Valanciunas. 4 seconds left.
Well, you love to see Derek Favors get active on the defensive end. He's got a big frame. He can get under the skin of those guys trying to come into his face.
6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off.
And just the kind of start you're hoping to avoid. 1 for 5 from the field here early on.
Mitchell wide open. Good on the triple.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Shot from the top of the key. Rubio with the rebound.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Now, here's Rubio. Coming off a solid outing against Denver. Pass to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. That shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now Leonard. Following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. The wide open look here for Ingles. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Leonard kicks to Lowry. Back to Leonard. Over Mitchell. Toronto gets it back in a new 24. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ibaka finds Lowry. Clock at 6. Green taking his time here.
Well, you can see what a smart positional defender Joe Ingles is. Understands how to impede the progress of the offense.
Yep, that one goes. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, I thought the D might prevent him from getting a clean look, but that was the ideal time to break out the reverse.
Leonard on the wing. Valanciunas against Gobert, and there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Jazz. Here's Valanciunas. Gobert knocks it away.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points. What is really compelling to me is the way the Utah Jazz team plays defense. Yes, it starts with the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, but there is commitment and there is great structure in what they want to do on the defensive end, and I'll tell you, it is absolutely suffocating at times.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Passes to Green. Back to Leonard. The 3. Utah with the rebound.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
Raptors trail by 5. Leonard with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Rubio. Kicks it out to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Ingles. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Green against Mitchell. Green passes to Lowry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Lowry's got his first basket of the night.
Well, that's a sight that's become quite familiar over the years. Lowry draining the mid-range jumper. Put another 2 on the board.
Now, here's Ingles. Fires for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, this is the main weapon in Ingles' arsenal, right? Very quietly, one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
Ibaka finds Lowry. Out to Ibaka. Lets it go from deep. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now, here's Ingles. 9 points last game. Mitchell outside. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Puts up a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell against Green. Here's Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Mitchell with it. Now Green defending. Mitchell against Green. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's Mitchell missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Off target from 3-point range. Utah leading. Rubio looking it over. Mitchell in the corner. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Green kicks to Lowry. Pass to Leonard. Softly drops in the floater. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
For the Jazz, Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles, and Alec Burks subbed in for Mitchell. A new group in now for the Raptors. Monroe's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Thabo Sefolosha up there in age, Doris, now, but still very much a nuisance on defense.
You're right, Kevin. He's got those long arms to bother shots. He doesn't fall for a lot of fakes, sticks with his man through screens. This guy's versatile enough to guard 2s and 3s. Plenty to like with Thabo.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Sefolosha. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball, good passers among the big men?
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic, because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead, is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you.
Yeah.
5 on the clock, and the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. Here's Monroe. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Rubio kicks to Udo. Back to Rubio. And the pass to Udo. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now let's check out the rebounds and where they're coming from. Here's a breakdown showing the front court and the back court rebounding numbers for the Jazz.
And their guards have been very active on the glass. In a game like this, that it really could go either way. Extra possessions can make all the difference in the world. You like the way they're getting it done here by committee.
That free throw missing.
Boy, what a surprise the Utah Jazz were in the West last season. When you think about some of the injuries and key personnel losses, to me, they overachieved. Yes, they were ousted by the Rockets in the conference semifinals, but the reality is that was a big-time achievement just getting there.
And he sinks the second. And the Jazz in the playoffs last season, Doris, I don't think any team wanted to deal with them.
Well, I think the Jazz were a prideful team that played hard and were coached incredibly well. I think there were a lot of people who wondered what they would be without Gordon Hayward. This was a 5 seed with 48 wins, and that was an impressive year.
Now here's Monroe. No points in the game yet for him. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course, Utah, 4.5 games behind.
Right now for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
And you can't help but notice that Ricky Rubio has grown as a player.
Well, he talked a little bit about losing his mom recently, and he was very close to her, and he said it changed his priorities and perspective on life, and that balance has translated to more effectiveness on the court.
1 shot.
Free throw good. Rubio. One thing you have to admire, Doris, about the Raptors franchise is their sustained success.
And that's not easy, Kevin. Last year marked their third straight 50-win season and their fifth straight postseason trip. Very few other teams can claim those items in that time frame. Boy, the Raptors, what a good, solid core.
Utah leading by 3. Outside Crowder. Cephalosha against Green. And here is Cephalosha. From past the arc. Green with the rebound. Raptors trail by 3. Inside, right. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rubio the pass to Crowder. Burks kicks to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Burks. High post try, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Burks has got his first points of the game.
You give Alec Burks a little daylight. This guy is ready to fire.
Here's Monroe. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz lead by 3. And we'll be back with you right after this. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, just coming to seeing guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
We've got Jay Crowder. Ricky Rubio is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Thabo Cephalosha. And it's Udoh in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
Well, David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. He hits the second from the line. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Now, here's Burks. Over right. Rebound by Monroe. Toronto trailing. Green left side. And Green slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
Now here is Cephalosha. He squares up and sinks it. Cephalosha's got 5 points so far.
Boy, maybe a little bit selfish to take such a tough shot instead of passing it off. But, boy, as long as it's good, he won't hear about it.
Pass to Wright. Monroe down low. He's guarded by Udoh. Monroe's shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rubio the pass to Udoh. Green against Cephalosha. He tries for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
Here's Crowder. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Kevin, I don't think the defense can do much more than that. Jay Crowder just exerting his will as much as his skill.
And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. Monroe left side. Over Udoh. And another basket for Toronto.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Rubio finds Crowder. Cephalosha against Green. Here's Cephalosha. He's got 5. No one covering. 8 points for him. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Van Vliet. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udoh. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Udoh. O'Neal comes in for Jay Crowder. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Toronto, Leonard, he's checked in for Green. And it's Lowry in for DeLon Wright. Here's Siakam. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Leonard against O'Neal. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Offline with his 3. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 3. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Here's Leonard. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here is O'Neal. Mitchell outside. Beyond the arc. Siakam pulls it in.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from 3-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Now Mitchell. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Now here is Cephalosha. Not a lot of room. He kicks to O'Neal. Pulls up. High post. Rebound by the Raptors. Outside Lowry. Dishes to Monroe. Here's Van Vliet, covered by Mitchell. Leonard looking over the floor. Over Gobert. And it's Leonard missing. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Mitchell dishes to Cephalosha. Back to Mitchell. Kicks it to Cephalosha. Burks against Lowry. Pass to O'Neal. The dish to Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Now here is Cephalosha, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Mitchell doesn't waste time. He sees a chance to finish with authority and doesn't pass it up.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, think about the Toronto Raptors last year. 59 wins in the regular season, which was a franchise high. Won the Atlantic for the 4th time in 5 years, and then it comes to an end with a thud, losing to the Cavaliers in the playoffs. Brutal.
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Alec Burks. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. Ingles with the ball. And here is Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Mitchell in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 6-point Jazz lead. And for the Raptors, swept by the Cavs in the postseason, Doris, for the 2nd consecutive year.
It's getting painful. Swept twice, defeated for the 3rd straight time by the same team. And you think about the Raptors, a team that geared up and changed things to try to avoid it, and it still happens. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Here's Van Vliet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops.
You know, when you're the Utah Jazz, you've got to look at the trades that have been made the last couple of seasons. Ricky Rubio and Jay Crowder both fit stylistically into both the offensive and defensive schemes. Both of these players provided major minutes for this ball club.
And Doris, for the Jazz and their trades, they've had a streak of coming out on top.
Well, to me, the front office deserves probably more praise than they've gotten. Not only for finding players in the draft, but also identifying players who are probably undervalued and who fit into the system that they're trying to play. It's what has kept a smaller market team like the Utah Jazz competitive for so long.
Here is Lowry, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Over Mitchell. Here's Valanciunas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Valanciunas doesn't play a ton of minutes, Doris, but fans feel he should be playing more.
Well, there's certainly a lot to like about Valanciunas' game. And how about last season? Because the NBA is changing, he can now step beyond the three-point arc and make those shots consistently. That will elevate his position and standing.
And he makes the first.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
Valanciunas hits them both. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
O'Neal against Leonard, over O'Neal. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Leonard.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Lowry against Ingles. Outside Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. That shot off the mark. And Utah the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Out to Favors. Mitchell outside. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Mitchell's got 18 points.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Lowry from outside. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, Lowry had his mind made up. It's the rise and fire as soon as he gets the touch.
Ingles with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Mitchell outside. And he comes up with the deuce. Mitchell's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Outside Lowry. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him.
Well, the superior size of Valanciunas makes that alley-oop just a bit easier, but the timing terrific as well.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Gobert. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the half. And it's Mitchell missing. All alone. Hits the front of the rim and out. Jazz leading by 3. Here's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got 23 points.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Lowry finds Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. There's the pass to Leonard. But they'll get another chance. And it's Lowry penetrating. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And that's an example of the quick burst that Kyle Lowry has at his disposal. He is always on the attack.
For Toronto, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone.
That one is no good.
Well, let's remember, this guy was part of Team USA that went on to win gold in Rio. And if you remember, Coach K called Lowry the team's unsung hero. Very high praise for Kyle.
And good that time.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. "12 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Leonard. Fades away. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game. The shot misses. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Jazz leading by 7. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And Green gets it to go.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Lowry against Rubio, passes it to Gobert. Mitchell outside. From 13, and that one is good. Mitchell's got 25 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Valanciunas in the high post. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left on the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Leonard, the pass to Lowry. Clock at 6.
Well, nice defense by Rubio, making an effort to frustrate his man.
The shot by Lowry, no good. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Rubio against Lowry. Now, here's Rubio. Defense right on him. Makes it off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Jazz lead. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Leonard kicks to Green. Shoots over Rubio. Hits the jump hook. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Rubio, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. Sweet little floater. Rubio's got 9 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league, not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Here's Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greggy's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
Boy, you have to admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Joe Ingles. And then for Toronto, Monroe comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Pascal Siakam in for Serge Ibaka. And Mitchell drops them both. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do, sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, DA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
To me, guys, Donovan Mitchell gives evidence and credence to the notion that drafting players is more art than science. Think about it. This guy taken 13th, not much was expected. But all of last year, he was neck and neck in the heat of the Rookie of the Year talk.
Toronto calls timeout. And with Mitchell being slept on, motivated him into Doris a great rookie season.
Well, Jimmy Butler said Mitchell plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I'll tell you, he does seem to have that me against the world approach. And whatever his motivation, Kevin, it's working.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
Lowry finds Monroe. Back to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Lowry's got 8 points.
Well, his ball handling ability is well known, and Lowry shows him off there.
On the wing, Mitchell. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. He kicks it to Sefolosha. Back to Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Rubio in the corner. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Sefolosha against Leonard. Sefolosha passes to Gobert. Burks looking around. Pulls from the top of the key. That's short off the rim.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
Green, no luck. And here's Sefolosha. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Chalk up 2 there. Burks has got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Green with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Green kicks to Lowry. Over Burks. And the Raptors miss again.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Pass to Rubio. There's the pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Green with the block. Pass to Leonard. Now Rubio. 9 points in the game so far. Cephalosha the bounce pass. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Inside, Rubio makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I tell you, unwilling to settle for something on the perimeter, Rubio sticks his nose inside.
Raptors trail by 15, and the Raptors call time here. Many were hoping for Rudy Gobert to take on a bigger scoring load last year, and Doris, it didn't happen.
Well, obviously, Rudy Gobert's main impact is going to be as the stifle tower, that effective defender. He's got to continue to work on the offensive end of the floor.
Crowder, he's checked in for Utah. Raptors also changing it up. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Leonard. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. Wright against Rubio. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Wright. No good off the back of the rim. Utah leading by 15. Three-pointer, Crowder. But they get it back. Here's Burks. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Burks against Green. Kicks to Wright. Shot clock at 6. Green against Gobert. And the Raptors miss again. The Jazz have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And the wide open shot from Crowder. No good from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Cephalosha with the steal. Here's Burks. Banked in off the glass. Burks has got 6.
Boy, remarkable watching Alec Burks power through the defense.
Wright looking around. Passes it to VanVleet. He kicks to Monroe. Crowder with the steal. Rubio in the corner. Pass to Cephalosha. So here's Burks. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. 4 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 10 points for him.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Here's VanVleet. Crowder with the steal. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And Kevin, how about Crowder's ability to start their offense with his defense? He's always keeping his hands moving.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Udo's checked in for Utah. Here's VanVleet. Burks covering. VanVleet kicks to Wright. 6 to shoot. The pass to Green. Will it go? And it's Green with the jam.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Here's Van Vliet after Alec Burks' score. Monroe right side. Van Vliet kicks to right. That one misses. Good D by Rubio. Jazz leading by 21. Pass to Crowder. And here's Burks. Now here is Cephalosha. 10 points for him. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Monroe's got his 4th rebound in this one. Van Vliet kicks to Monroe. Green passes to Monroe. Ball's knocked loose. A deep 3 from Green, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. You take a look at Green, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their 3-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
You don't want to get into a 3-point contest with any of these players. The range we see among that group is beyond belief. Even against the tightest of coverage, no shot is a bad shot for any of them.
It's stolen by Udo. And now Utah, fast break. Burks leading the charge. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Burks has got 10 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Van Vliet kicks to right. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Fast break, here come the Jazz. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, Crowder, a terrific athlete. This guy's leaping ability is sick.
Monroe left side. Trying to get something going. Count it. 8 points for him. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Rubio finds Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Green against Cephalosha. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Monroe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stolen by Rubio. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance.
I think you have to be cautious when guarding Jay Crowder. He excels at using his body to get these calls.
The Jazz have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Two shot.
Free throw good, Crowder.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so he makes both from the line.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
Passes it to Leonard. 2 on the clock, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jay Crowder out there with Favors. Then there's Allen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Neto in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Ibaka.
What you like about Jay Crowder is his passion, the energy he provides on defense, just off the charts.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Neto kicks to Favors. 3-pointer, Crowder. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Myers, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Doris, it amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right, making an investment in your future. Understanding nutrition to training to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin. Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Allen. And it's Joe Ingles in for Raul Neto.
You know, Kevin, I don't think you can put a price on the experience C.J. Miles brings to the table. He is such a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Ingles. O'Neal with it. Kicks to Favors. Over Lowry. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, I think at this point he's proven, Derek Favors, that you've got to respect his mid-range. He is capable when given room.
Lowry against Mitchell. Baseline J on the way. And the Raptors miss again. Utah leading by 23. He kicks to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Crowder from outside. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter. Someone who can shoot the 3 well. You've got to get into his space.
Here's Valanciunas. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player. You pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. You know, it looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. Now, here's Mitchell, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio comes in for Dante Exum. And then for Toronto, Leonard, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Green in for Powell. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard against Mitchell. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Leonard. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Gobert. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Leonard on the wing, guarded by O'Neal. Valanciunas dishes to Leonard. Count that bucket. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They double him with Green. Here's Favors. That one good for 2.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now here's Green. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, this is the go-to play for Kyle Lowry. The pick and roll, he has got it down.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Green against Mitchell. Back to Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. Over Green. And too long on the shot.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal.
Joe Ingles.
Green against Mitchell. Knocked away. And stolen by Favors. Here's Rubio. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, how about the grittiness of Favors on the defensive end? Clogs up the passing lanes with his length, and it leads to an easy one.
Outside Leonard. Back to Lowry. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
Rubio with it. Lowry picks him up. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. 13 feet away. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Outside Green. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. From outside off the mark.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
Just 5 to shoot. Valanciunas on the double team. And another shot. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Utah leading by 23. Pass to Rubio. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Valanciunas finds Lowry, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. The pass to Gobert. Mitchell with it, guarded by Valanciunas. Mitchell outside. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Mitchell's got 36.
I tell you, when Donovan Mitchell starts to cook, you might as well sit back and enjoy the show.
Green, the pass to Siakam. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. You see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA.
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Now, here's Mitchell. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Toronto. Richardson kicks to Leonard. Over O'Neal. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. The putback and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Burks. Here's O'Neal, and the three ball is good.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the three.
Here's Valanciunas. That shot missing, and Utah the other way now. Three-pointer, Crowder. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Wright hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
It's Udo high post. Burks on the wing. Richardson covering. O'Neal against Leonard. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, the league taking steps, Doris, to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Wright outside. Passes it to Richardson. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount when you're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
The feed now to O'Neal. Back to Neto. Lets a floater go. Siakam pulls it in. Ripped away. Here's Neto. 1:49 left in the game. Five on the clock. Pass to Crowder. On the money from 12 feet away.
Well, Jake Crowder has developed into a very reliable mid-range shooter. You don't want to let him get comfortable.
And Wright kicks to Leonard. Over O'Neal. And that one hits back iron. Utah has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Utah.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, with all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
In for the Raptors, Greg Monroe.
Here's Wright. Here's Siakam. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
Here's Neto. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rudy. A big win in front of the home crowd. How did that feel?
Great, the fans were great. We shared the ball, we played better defense in the second half, and it's great to win for us and for our fans.
Always been one of the best crowds in the league. Thanks, Rudy. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.